This is the computer vision project I've been working on. I've implemented two features right here. Firstly, it can detect green objects that are of circular shapes. It works only on green objects, and it can also detect human face as well. Now let's go to several demos. This program doesn't take any input, so you have to specify the image path right here. As you can see, I have a folder called images right here, and I have put a bunch of test images right there. So as you can see that uh, I've put these images and I've specified the path right here. Now let's run the program. As you can see, it successfully was able to detect that the position of the ball, and it also is reporting me where the ball is located on the frame. So it's located at the middle, so it's telling me as well as it's printing down here that the ball is at the middle. And this is the mask that this program created in order to detect the location of the ball. So I have done, not only I have created the mask that will filter out any other color except for green. I've also blurred that particular mask so that I can get rid of these unnecessary details, like these lines and text right here. And since the mask has become smooth, the algorithm that I'm using, this half circle algorithm, can detect the objects pretty easily. Now let's look at other examples. So next, I will specify the path another image, line space tips, which is this image right here. So uh, let's run this program right now. As you can see, it was able to detect that face, and since this picture doesn't have any green circular objects, the mask is empty, so you're not seeing any of this. But reported uh, it didn't report any position of any ball. So let's move on to the next image, which is tennis ball one, uh, which is this image right here. Now let's run this program. As you can see, it detected the ball and saying that the ball is on the right side of the frame, and which is correct, and this is the mask that it has created. Let's look at this another image. This one is PNG. Well, let me show you the image. This is the image that I have specified the path, and this is the image, and this is the mask that it created. See how smooth that mask is, which helped that algorithm to detect the outline of the circle. Let's move on to the next image. JPEG. Uh, which again, this is the original image, and this is the result. So it works best if you have only one particular uh, green ball on focus. Since we have lots of them, it kind of messed up things right here. And another thing why it messed up is that I was blurring the mask to get rid of outline unnecessary details. So it kind of, like I see, created a blob right here, and yeah, kind of made it very separate. But since this object is isolated right here, it detected that correctly. However, it is locating the location correctly because, well, I have implemented the algorithm in a way right here that if you have more than one object, you have more than one circle stated, it will take the average of that of the x positions of all these circles. Just taking the average of x values of the centers of the circles and reporting the position right here. Else, if you have only one, then yeah, of course, that we don't have to average on the average x variable. I will just put the 0 on the x value of that particular circle. So, so how it works. Let's move on to the next image, which is this one. Here you can see a false circle. False circle was detected, but it successfully was able to detect two real circles, and it also was able to tell me where the balls were located, which is left, because here it is taking the average value, average x values of these two circles. So yeah, it will obviously, since we have more circles on the left, so it will be it is reporting um, left as the position. Let's move on to the next one, which is this one. Now notice our circle was detected, but the face was not detected, and part of the reason is I'm using uh, the her cascade slash frontal face for frontal face slash her cascade underscore frontal face underscore default.xml, and this cascade is specifically detects faces that are looking at the camera or looking at front, but this particular image is kind of, this guy is looking at the sideways, and his eyes are not right, and his nose are also not centered, so it was not able to detect the face, but it was able to detect the ball correctly, because the mask is very apparent. uh, Now let's move on to the next one, which is this one. Again, several green balls, and it was able to detect all of them correctly. And since it is taking the average of all of the exposition of all these circles, it's putting at the middle, although they are all of them, if you consider, kind of leaning to the right, but since it's averaging that, it's putting that the circles at the middle. To the next one, which is this one. So yeah, we are seeing another kind of tiny ball on. It's kind of again false detection, but since they are overlapping, and it was able to detect the position correctly, which is on the left side of the frame. Next, we have this image, and let's run the program on this one. You see, it was since this guy was looking at the you know front, so yeah, his face was detected, his eyes, nose, all of them are centered, and it also was able to detect the ball as well right here, and it's reporting that the ball is on the right side of the frame. Another thing is that, yeah, before I was blurring um, the mask, I was getting a lot of circles reported right here, because these trees are also green. So after I blurred, that problem was gone. Now we have our final image right here. This is one of the best case scenarios. This guy is looking at the front as well as the wall is very apparent, uh, and it's on the right side of the frame, so it is reporting that ball is at right. And so since another thing I want to mention, that I have since tested on several images from random images from the internet, and this works best if if the ball is on focus, or either on focus or there are no green objects nearby, then this algorithm works best. So I hope you have enjoyed my presentation, and bye.